lift the injunction. To imagine a bigger picture other than the one in the four corners of the paper that is before them. If they did that, there would be witnesses and there would be some other people in the case. A judge is supposed to listen to this party and this party within the pleadings brought before him. Even where he actually knows certain things as a human being, that is where they are judges. That's why you and me may not have gone to be judges, because you must distinguish, separate between the perceptive knowledge about you as a human being, and then what is in the law, what is the Constitution saying, what is the law saying, and then what is being brought before you. And I think my brother is saying about injunctions, fine, I understand where he's coming from in terms of what he means, but injunctions should be as many as they can be. Injunctions should be as many as litigants go before the court. But they are normally temporary, and they are for a short period. So I think that the government lawyer should go to court and explain what they are. Even now, by the way, even now, they should run to court and try to explain that we have already gazetted. There is an order that said we should not gazette. This is our circumstances. The judge must listen to you. He will. That's really the role of the judge. But just keeping quiet,
they
gazetting
people... coming to the court, you should come in clean hands. If you go ahead and defy a court injunction,
if
then
you don't go,
Fred,
if you don't go at all, you still have hands and they are dirty. But if you go before the judge and explain to him that, or her, that, or them, that, look, we have done this, because courts understand how government works. And they can understand that, okay, you did that, yes. By the way, they may be lucky to be excused. So, but if they keep quiet, the whole process might be outlawed in the end, when it is more costly for government to reverse.
Don't you see that challenge, that risk happening? That right now people are saying, okay, fine, the president has committed an illegality by going ahead to gazette while there's an injunction in place.
Yeah, I see that happening, and by the end of the day, I think the president, the executive office of the president and the advisors, to some extent, sometimes they fail him because of some of the things that we see them doing. There is a court order, direct, that allowed the vetting to proceed, but gazettement not to be done until the matter has been heard and determined. But now we see a gazette notice coming out, maybe in the middle of the night, gazetting these people to the office.
It actually came out at around 9:30 p.m. As that even the newspapers were not able to capture it.
As much as we may want to see where the president is coming from and where his office is coming from, but by the end of the day, what are we trying to show the country? What are we trying really are we telling Kenyans that we don't care as much as these things are in our interest, we'll go ahead and do them anyway?
Fred,
the way my brother just put it is very right and correct. These injunctions are there in a short while. They're normally not permanent, but just temporarily. I think it will be better for the presidential team, his lawyers, to go to court and explain, and then the injunctions can be lifted.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe even for that gazettement, it's not the president, by the way. Let's be honest, we know how leadership
government works.
Government leadership generally,
yes,
how it works. It is the people around the president. They must have convinced him that if we go this direction, we are good to go. And those are the culprits. They are very good, nice lawyers around the president. They are to blame. If you remember what happened in the Senate the other day, my governor coming to the Senate, and then you actually find that there is an averment in a document that is not private, he is not aware about it. So the people around a leader are not only critical, in fact, they are the people who can make you fail or succeed. So they would have told the president clearly that, Your Excellency, we won't gazette now, can we hold it for 2 days? And then they send lawyers to court. They have sharp guys there. They go to court and they say, we need this gazetted, if possible, by this week. And they tell the judge, it's not a question of background information, they tell the judge that this is where we are going as a state, as a government. This is what we want to do. And this is what the Constitution also says. We can have this gazettement, Your Lordship, if then later you find that it is not sustainable, you can reverse that. But as it is, not gazetting these people means starting the whole process again. The sooner we gazette them, you nullify it again, then we start another process, the better for everyone. But now, there is no case, then there is gazettement, and we have not gone back to the court, the government has not gone back.
Injunction is
it means there's an injunction, it means a delay for the country. And this is what I'm saying, when you sit down together, like we were saying in a boardroom, and you are advising the head of state or a certain leader, you have to be honest with these parameters when you are talking. You cannot just come from, I don't know.
Aren't we excusing the president a bit too much? The gazettement of IEBC commissioners is not something that would escape his notice. Plus the existence of an injunction from the court. Are these things, are we saying the president is too busy to understand that some of these things are happening?
No, that's not what we are saying. In fact, we are saying, the president is an institution, it's not a person. As much as there's a person there that we normally see, but the president is an institution. And the way you've rightly put it, he has a lot. He has a lot. And some of these functions, maybe, he has delegated to some of his people. So, and that's why my brother was rightly putting it. Like, it is about the people who surround the president. Now, for him, maybe he was told, when we do this faster, we might beat this and this. And maybe you never know, maybe that injunction was not brought to his knowledge. But if it is possible, yes. Because there are people that worked for the president. Maybe the injunction was not brought to his knowledge. Because I know very well, if he was given right counsel, I don't think if that gazette could have been published.
This administration has suffered enough legal hurdles, even in as far as pieces of legislation, government policy.
I think it is the worst hit government to suffer injunction.
So where are they failing?
As I said anyway, like he said, presidency is such a different thing from William Ruto as a person. But,
there's a new AG in place.
Yeah, but they have also disregarded several other court orders, I agree. And this is just one of them. And we cannot excuse the president fully, but we are trying to explain to your viewers where could the problem be. I want you to know that the people around the president have their own interests. A lot of them, by the way, have their own interests. If they can steal a moment and use it to go and do something, they'll be happy. And this is where the problem is. So, yes, it is not right for the president to gazette, but the people around the president are making it difficult for him to manage such. To me, as a court, user and practitioner, there's nothing big. Going before a judge and explaining your position in terms of we must gazette, and then you demonstrate why you must gazette. I'm telling you, the judge would say, file this and come tomorrow before 5 p.m. I want to see everything filed. Let's have this hearing on Monday. So they did, because of forwardness, especially among the people around the president, they don't care. They think they have power. They are drunk with power. So they don't explain to the head of state that we can use this strategy, and within 10 to 14 days, we will be done with this issue. They don't advise him like that. Instead, they say, what will they say? So let's go forward and gazette, and then they, plunge the country into such kind of mess.
All right. One of the headlines reads that Ruto ignores court order, appoints IEBC officials. Now, that will be a discussion point, definitely in the few coming days. I want us to go back to the budget-making process and the politics of it now, as we come to the end of the discussion.